It's easier for them to make decisions that are good not only for them, but for other people. And the notion, that, I mean, it is hard to accept.
It's hard,
but
because
think
it goes
about
against
this. Think about this, you go to the doctor. Now, you don't expect really to make your own decision. You have a serious illness and the doctor says we can do this or we can do this. What do you want to do? The doctor says. And you look at him, all right, you say, what are you, crazy? What do you mean, what do I want to do? What should I do? You're the expert. So we're accustomed in that domain to accepting that there are some people who know what's good for us better than we do. And there are more of those domains than we realize.
I agree when you have asymmetrical information with a doctor, but if I give you two examples very quickly. One is, I want to get married with this person, and you're my father, and you tell me, no, I don't think that's the best for you. Or second, I want to choose this religion, and you come from another religion, and you tell me, you know, I know, because I have seen the world with my glasses, and that's the best way to do it, and you don't have enough information. I think there are two different ways to understand this, and it's very riskier.
It is.
However, what I like about what you're putting on the table is to make us think, and to make us think, well, what's going on, and how do we get our information to choose something? But there's this...
You're absolutely right, and let me make clear that if your father says don't marry her, and you listen but you don't believe it, it's not going to work. So there are certain things you can't push people to do things that they don't accept are the right things to do. So you need to find a way your father needs to find a way to convince you that this is the right religion and this is the right girl. Failing that, all the parent can do, and we all learn this as parents, is you shrug your shoulders and you hope that you hope you're wrong, and you hope that if it's a mistake, as you fear it is, it won't be a disaster. And the kid has to learn for him or herself.
Or probably the kid knows more than what you know.
That's also possible.
Because you're different.
Possible that the child is right, and
it's a very provocative thing, and I like it.
But the assumption that we've made is that the individual always knows what's better.
Not always, you're right. The word always is a problem.
It's huge progress just to leave open the possibility that maybe sometimes we don't know what's best.
You can learn a lot from, of course, I agree with you. Before we finish, now you're doing a research on wisdom.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about what you're working on, what's your hypothesis?
Certainly. It's not empirical. It's not based on current cutting-edge research. My collaborator and I are very influenced by the ancient philosopher Aristotle, who was very interested in virtue, character, and happiness. And he thought, I'm simplifying here, that the secret to happiness was good character, and that the most important character trait was wisdom. Because you could be honest, you could be kind, you could be courageous, but you could be too honest, you could be too kind, you could be too courageous. Wisdom is what enables you to figure out which virtue this situation calls for, how to show it, and how much of it to show. It has two characteristics. One is the knowledge of what the right thing to do is with other people, and the second is the will to do the right thing. You have to want to make the people you interact with better, serve their interests. So the point of the book is first to show how important wisdom is, and second to show that in the US at least, without anyone intending it, American society has been engaged in a war on wisdom, making it increasingly difficult for people either to develop it or to display it. We harness people with so many rules that they can't use their judgment. You know, you got to do this, and in this order. And there's somebody breathing down your neck and looking over your shoulder to make sure that you're following the script. Well, that doesn't produce wise people, that produces automata. So, and it's the enemy of, if you have the inclination to be wise, you won't do that kind of work, or it'll be drummed out of you by the system. So the argument in the book is that we are engaged in a war on wisdom. No set of incentives and no set of rules is adequate.
Thank you very much. It will be great to see you in Puebla. We are looking forward to have you there.
I am looking forward to visit.
¿Qué implicaciones tiene Barry Schwartz? ¿Qué podemos pensar hoy de lo que es esto del libre mercado, de la competencia, de la posibilidad de tener muchas opciones? ¿Qué tanto nos mueve y nos remueve lo que consciente e inconscientemente hemos pensado a través del tiempo? Polémico el señor Barry Schwartz. Como usted pudo ver, tuve yo una discusión con él. Pero al final de cuentas lo que importa es qué piensa usted sobre este diálogo de ideas. Quédese en Proyecto 40.